Hello everyone, I'm here with the game played in World Rapid Chess Championship between Alireza Firouzja and Sergey Erenburg. And remember, every game played between Grandmasters can be a chess lessons for us to how to play chess. And let's see what happens in the chessboard. As you guys can see, Erenburg with the white pieces and open the game with the e4, and Alireza Firouzja respond with the c5 Sicilian Defense, knight f3, and now pawn d6. Open Sicilian, bishop b5 check, knight d7 blocking the check, c3, and now knight f6, queen e2, pawn a6, kicking away the bishop and asking this question: are you gonna capture the knight or running away? Erenburg runs bishop a4, b4, attacking to the bishop, and now bishop c2. Bishop b7, castle by Erenburg, pawn g6. And Alireza Firouzja want to finish to his dark square bishop and castle immediately after that. Pawn d4, bishop g7, pawn b3 to put his dark square bishop on the diagonal of the Alireza's bishop, and it's natural. Castle by Firouzja, bishop b2, rook c8. As you guys can see, Alireza both bishops on b7 and g7, and his rook on c8. And there is a plan for Alireza Firouzja to open up this game. There is bishops and his rook on c8. And what white must do about it? The only things white can do is blocking the positions and don't give Alireza's pieces activity. But anyway, he played a4, pawn takes d4, exchanging the pawns, and now knight h5, threatening the put knight on f4, g3. It's a better move to do, but he plays pawn takes a5, taking the pawn, extra pawn, knight f4. Taking the pawn, it's not important. Is what important in the game? It's activity. It's better than materials. Queen d2. And there is a good move for continue these positions. And it's pawn takes a5. As the way queen cannot takes the knight because bishop falls, and after knight c3, like pawn f5, and after e takes f5, bishop h6 to taking the discover check and taking the queen, this threat, rook queen d1, and now b4, attacking the knight and freeing the semi-open file. If knight e4 is played, like rook takes f5, and this is over. All the activity is for the black pieces. But anyway, queen d2, but Alireza played early bishop h6 to threaten the discover check. Sergey play king h1, and now pawn takes b5, pawn d5, and now e5. As you guys can see, in these positions, Erenburg doesn't have any good move except the fianic to his en passant this pawn. And as you guys can see, this bishops has no square to go, no good square to go. This knight isn't developed. And if knight c3 with played b4, attacking the knight, and after knight d1, like queen c7, threatening to take the bishop, after knight e1 and rook a8, rook c1, as you guys can see, knight c7, and all the pieces is just defending each other. And when piece come to defender, it's going to weak and weaker. But anyway, but if he plays a3, it doesn't matter again, f5, and after same following moves, as you guys can see, and now queen is ready to put on g4 and take advantage of the pinned knight. Anyway, pawn e5, en passant, pawn takes e6, f takes e6, knight a3. Finally, white develop his knight f6, knight takes c5, d5, and there is a good move for white to draw his draw to the game and back to the game. I will give you guys a couple of seconds to find perfect move for white. What do you play to stop Alireza Firouzja's attack? As you guys can see, this bishops it's not good, and best move to Erenburg is exchanging the bishops and the knight, stopping the attack of all the small pieces. After queen takes f6, like knight d6, threatening the bishops and the rook, and after pawn takes e4, like bishops takes e4 and exchanging the both bishops, and as you guys can see, there is no good attack anymore. But after that, d5, he takes the pawn on d5, and it's different now because this diagonal of the bishop is free now, and Alireza can do any attack he wants to do. Bishop takes d5, queen d1, now knight takes g2, sacrificing the knight for the pin this knight. As you guys can see, this knight is defending everything, and we don't want that. We don't want to knight to ruin our plan, and we need to eliminate this knight as soon as possible. King g2, and now knight h5. As you guys can see, knight is pinned, and Alireza puts double attack, queen, rook, and the bishop, and knight cannot do anything. Like defending the knight, it's completely useless. And after these positions, rook takes c2, and in these positions, on move 24, Erenburg resigned the game because there is nothing to do about these positions. Like I will explain you guys, if queen takes c2 happens, like queen g5 check, this knight is pinned, and pinned knight is almost useless. King h1, and now taking the knight, giving the exchange sacrifice, cannot be take the rook because bishop takes f3 is checkmate, and after rook g1, rook takes f2 is discover check, and it's going to be checkmate after following moves. But anyway, after rook takes b2, what if knight takes e6 happens? As you guys can see, I get the wrong move. Knight takes e6 and putting a fork on rook and the queen and defending on g4. It doesn't matter again because knight f4 check, threatening to take the knight, and after knight takes f4, rook takes f4, as you guys can see, is double attack and threatening to take the queen on the next move. After bishop e5, like queen g5 check, king g1, and now rook d2, threatening to take the queen. Bishop takes f4, queen takes f4, and now rook a4. As you guys can see, it's a worse move. Bishop takes f3 and taking the queen, and game is over. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it, don't forget hitting the like button, and if you like it even more than usual, you can share it with your friends on a bar or library. And thank you guys for your all hard supports. I will see you in the next video and take care.